Please enter the current time. I'm just gonna enter the same time that I already entered. And then, yeah. But this time it's gonna be 4:46. 4:46. Your favorite time of day? Well, I just put that. Or could you simply just not resist giving me the correct time again? After all, I know how much you enjoy saying the time correctly. Okay, now I'm curious how accurate 4 is. Let's use another slider to find out. How accurate is 4? Oh, it's definitely accurate. You know, I can just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning a lot more about you and how you like things to be set. It's all good. It's good to collect data. I wish we had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can fit some new sliders to gather new data on you. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let me whip a couple new ones up. Should be ready next time you boot up the game. But then I can't boot up the game. What the heck, man? I can't keep leaving the broadcast and then starting another broadcast to do this, man. It's not worth that. I mean, it is, but it's not. But I'll do it later. Don't you worry. First of all, I need to figure out the fastest ending in this game. Which they say the first ending's 6 minutes, so we're gonna see how fast. Get rid of the trophy guide, deluxe. Fastest ending. The coward ending, which involves staying in your office and not leaving. How to get the coward ending: stay in your office, close the door, stare at your computer, don't try to leave. The narrator will call you a coward and restart the game. You can also get the event ending in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. To get this ending, you can... Okay. Go right at the two doors from Stanley's office. Go straight ahead to the cargo room. Use a plank to guide Stanley over the fence on the left. Crouch into the nearby vent. Okay, begin the game again.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crew... He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell.
Even.
But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes. The pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if...
Complete the game.
All of his co-workers were gone. Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
This is an ending, supposedly.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path.
You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
I want to know how to get the speedrun thing. Okay, hold on. Speedrun trophy. What? Hold on. Nah, this just said that it adds. Okay, Stanley Parable is an adventure game, multiple endings, guy and error who can. The ultra lexicon encompass several achievements that can contribute to the meta narrative for various diverging paths, most of which are mocked by the narrator along with other gaming tropes. There's additional achievement that requires the player to beat the Stanley Parable in less than 4 minutes, 22 seconds, but this only counts if the player specifically takes the path to the best ending, the freedom ending, relies on the player simply obeying the narrator's instructions and getting out of the office as intended, but doing so can take a long time and be deliberately halted by the narrator unless they know how to avoid this. Okay. The biggest time delay that players will encounter when attempting a speedrun the freedom ending is the boss's office, where narrator spends several minutes talking before hinting at the keypad code that furthers the story. The player already knows the code and enters while narrator talking. He calls out their impatient action and demands them to listen to relaxing music for a continue. This is a deliberate time-wasting effort, but the game's cyclical nature means it is actually a useful step for the speedrun. After waiting for the secret passageway to open up, the player can continue and get whatever ending they prefer, such as the confusion ending. Once the game has restarted, follow narrator's instructions like before as quickly as possible. Huh? Wait. Can continue and get whatever ending they prefer, such as the confusing ending. Once the game is restarted, follow narrator's instructions like before as quickly as possible. On the second and third visit to the boss's office, narrator will skip past the keypad code dialogue and open up the secret pathway immediately, cutting a significant amount of time out of the speedrun. The next part of the path is straightforward. Head down to the elevator along the path towards the mind control facility and press the light bulb button. This next bit is crucial and may require some practicing. Once the button is pressed, climb onto the chair and desk where the button is situated. Balancing along the edge of the fence and looking down and reveal the catwalk slowly emerging. Walk off the fence and onto the catwalk for as full as races to the top can shave vital seconds from a speedrun. After this, the player only needs to continue along this linear path, press the elevator buttons, and get inside to reach the facility power room as quickly as possible. Once the off button is pressed, the way out will open. This takes quite a while, which is why these time-saving tips are important for a speedrun. Once Stanley is guided through the way out, the achievement/trophy icon should pop if the player moves quickly enough. Alright, so you ready? I gotta be quick on my feet, man. Gotta be so quickity quick. Okay. Begin the game again. And go.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never
We're not
stopped.
taking the bucket.
Surely When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I sure did. I'm following your orders too.
He decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Bruh, you suck. Dude, I'm gonna have to time this for real. Cam, calm. Can you open the door?
Rejuvenated,
Yeah, please.
Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
You say I did that. I know loading times aren't part of it,
Descending deeper
but
into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt
Dude,
more
come
free
on.
to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
alright. So they said to climb up,
The
press
lights
this.
rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the
Okay,
strength to
speed
find out?
run strats. Let's go,
The
gamers.
monsters jumped to life.
All
Their
right,
true
come on.
nature revealed.
Come on, I
Each
can't get
bore
up on
the
this one,
number
can I?
of an employee in the building.
No, I cannot.
Stanley's co-workers.
Come
the
on.
lives of so many
Come on.
individuals reduced to images on a screen. And
Come
Stanley,
on.
one of them, eternally
If I can get it on this run, even with him doing the little boom, 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 fucking music thing, I'd be so happy anyway.
This mind control facility.
come on.
It was too horrible to believe it couldn't be true.
Come on.
Had
Come on.
Stanley really been
Oh,
under